The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, and Transport for London have been caught breaking the law, and so far the corporate media are pretty silent about it. So this is about what they've been doing with the cameras around London and finding people, the motorists, and they've decided to use dirty tactics, but tactics that are against the rules that they set themselves. The Mayor of London, who's trying his best to find new cash cow schemes, because TfL, under him and his leadership, have been almost going bankrupt on a regular basis. So he's been going to the central government to beg for more money. And the people running Transport for London are so incompetent that they don't know what to do. So Sadiq Khan is coming up with new ideas, new taxes to take more money from Londoners and also those who are not from London to then fund it. That includes ULEZ and ULEZ expansion, and road charging ideas that he has, pay per mile, but also, just generally speaking, the penalty notices for cars, parking notices, right? It's always been a thing in London. It's a big problem in London. Discovered that they've been convicting people using the wrong infrastructure and wrong tactics. Usually use traffic wardens to do it, but apparently Sadiq Khan's TfL decided to just use basic cameras without being accurate to just say this is evidence, and we're going to basically give penalty notice instead of actually having physical evidence with a real life human being as a traffic warden. So this issue is now escalating. Motorists could be owed millions of pounds in refunds from penalty charge notices, or PCNs, issued illegally in London after a panel of lawyers ruled against the capital's transport authority acting for Labour Mayor Sadiq Khan. You can't go against what you guys already established in the first place. So they have broken their own law, and now a lot of the people in London could actually get refunds when it comes to the penalty charge notices that they received unfairly. Around 435,000 PCNs of all kinds are issued by TfL each year. That's a lot, according to data seen by The Telegraph. Paid at a full charge of £160. This is around £69 million for Sadiq Khan. The three adjudicators said that the travel authority had acted with procedural impropriety by using CCTV to issue fines, where government rules say they should have used traffic wardens. We know that. That was always the case. Suddenly, Sadiq Khan is very much in favor of cameras to be used for everything. For your behavior on the streets, for the way you drive, what sort of car you drive, who you're driving with, where you're driving to, and even if you make mistakes, you will be in a lot of trouble. £69 million. It is a cash cow scheme. This is not even including the ULEZ charges or ULEZ expansion charges from end of this month. There's so much coming in London. They're the low traffic neighborhoods. All the money that they are raising from Londoners. This is extra tax on top of all the taxes that you pay on a daily basis, thanks to our central government and Jeremy Hunt and the Tories. So those who think that the income tax, if you're on lower income, you're only paying a small percentage, but a small percentage. For me, even 20% is a big percentage, but it's not the only figure. On top of that, you have national insurance. On top of that, every single spending that you have that has VAT on it, so the money that you have, unless you're going to hide it under your pillow, that's going to be spent, right? The money that you've earned, you worked hard to earn. You pay the big chunk to income tax and a small chunk to national insurance, then another 20% VAT on top of it. The lowest income earners pay more than 50% of their income to the government in taxes. The top rate will pay basically about 75-80% of their income if you include VAT and everything else. So this is what we have. And then you have local governments taking taxes. You got the BBC taking taxes. You got Sadiq Khan taking taxes. So we are basically in a socialist country. So TfL lost 420 cases between June last year and March this year, where CCTV evidence was used, and a total of 2,735 appeals were lodged with London tribunals in the same period. We got Murray Smith, who was 35, welcomed the ruling and accused TfL of getting away with unlawfully using CCTV cameras for years. so it's not a new problem. But TfL spokesperson came and said, "We are committed to keeping London moving safely and efficiently, and compliance on the Transport for London road network is essential to achieving these aims." You don't want to get London moving. You want London to stop moving. Just walk around or cycle around for 15 minutes. Enforcement by our compliance officers using CCTV cameras is an important part of tackling this, and we are exploring next steps. Non-compliance impacts London's air quality, creating safety risks, disrupts traffic, and creates congestions for everyone. I love how every time something happens, they bring in air quality. Well, we just like air quality, and if you oppose this, you hate air quality. That's just lazy, intellectually lazy. Secondly, they are still defending using the cameras. But you've been found to breaking the law, and you still say, well, we did nothing wrong. Well, it's your law. You said it. The political establishment did this. And now you're going against it. You're bending your own rules. When we, ordinary people, bend the rules, even a little bit, harmlessly, we will be in a lot of trouble. But not the political establishment, not our bureaucrats, not the faceless civil servants, for example, especially when it comes to London authorities, TfL, City Hall. One rule for them, another one for us, dirty plebs. Anyway, let's take a break. Speaking of tyranny and everything else, we're going to come back later on to talk about cashless society and the rise of it, especially in Australia. It's going to come here soon as well. Let me know what you think. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.